What is up, everyone? Ty's Lego Productions here. I know it's been a while, but I really enjoyed this movie and I wanted to make a showcase about it. For those of you who have not seen the movie yet, I recommend swiping away and coming back to it another time because there may be some spoilers in here that you don't want to see. So I'll give you guys about 5 seconds here to swipe away, and then I'm going to start talking about the video. Okay, so first up we have Yelena, and so I just used regular black legs, but I used the torso and arms from Sylvie from the CMF, Sylvie from the Loki series. For an head, it's just a generic female head. Same thing with this hair, I think it's from a Lego City set. And then I have one of these like sword holsters on the back, but I put knives in it because she has these like baton thingies that aren't as long as a sword. So I put 2 knives in it, and I think it looks really good overall. The detail in the arms, and overall I think it's a really nice figure and it came out good. Next up we have Alexei, aka Yelena's dad, aka the Red Guardian. For this figure I used the Star-Lord torso from the newer Star-Lord turned around backwards, and the legs from the 2014 Star-Lord with black arms and black hands. I used the head from Thor Love and Thunder, and I used like this buzz cut looking short hair. I believe this one is from Thrawn, but I know it comes on multiple figures. Overall, I think this figure looks pretty good for a custom. Would have liked to get a star on there, but this is the best I could do. And of course, he has his own little mask here, so the best I could do for this was the Flash. It looks pretty good color-wise. The yellow things on the side aren't really accurate, but from this angle, it looks pretty good. Next up, we have Valentina, who was kind of partially a villain in this movie. So we just have generic black legs. I believe this is from Nick Fury from a Captain Marvel set turned around with white arms. And I use the hair from Gamora because she has like a stripe of gray in her hair here, but there's not really any Legos that I have that have a stripe of gray. So I just wanted to use that accurate color there. So I used the Gamora head, and then I used the head from Fennec Shand, and overall I think this is a good fig. This is the first version I have of her where she was in that white suit kind of in the lawyer room. So I'll show you the next variant of her right now. Okay, so this is the other variant of Valentina. I used navy blue purplish legs with the Agatha torso from the CMF, and I used the same head and hair that I used for her other variant. I just wanted to do the 2 different kinds because she wears this for most of the movie, but she was also in that white suit early in the movie. Next up, we have Valentina's assistant, which is Mel. I really like how this fig came out. Again, we have just regular black legs, rebel torso with black arms, and I used the head from MJ from Spider-Man No Way Home set and the hair from Kate Bishop. All around, I think this is one of the best figs in this video. Now getting back into some more of the members of the Thunderbolts, and this is Ava, aka Ghost. This is her with her helmet not on, and I used another head from MJ. I used the hair from Jason Momoa's Dune character, and this is some type of Star Wars torso. I forget what it's from, maybe one of the Knight of Rens. I used this black pauldron that you can find in another Star Wars set, and I used the hood from Wild Style from the Lego movie and set from a while ago. Now I'll show you what it looks like with a helmet on. So this isn't the best because it was kind of tough to find like an all-white helmet that was accurate, but this is the best I could do. It's just a blank white head with a white biker helmet. I think it looks pretty decent, but definitely could have been better. Next is John Walker, aka US Agent or Captain America for 2 seconds. And this is another one of my favorite figs from this video. I think this came out really well. So you got the Captain America shield from the What If Zombie because it's beat up a little bit. And then you have the torso and legs from Ant-Man with red hands. And you have the head from Thor and this hair from the newer version of Star-Lord. And like I said earlier, I think this came out really well. It captures the black and red colors that Walker's wearing throughout the movie, and yeah, I think it came out really well. Unfortunately, again, with the helmet, this is the best I could do. I tried to get the A off there, but couldn't really do it, but he doesn't really wear this for most of the movie, but overall, it's not that bad. I wish I could have gotten rid of the A, though. Next up is Taskmaster, who did not last very long, as we all know, and most of us were expecting. I just used the regular Taskmaster figure that Marvel made a couple years ago with a skeleton head and the black hood that she came with. I just felt like the skeleton head was more accurate to her in this movie versus the gray one that Lego had made. And I also gave her a bow and arrow because she had a bow and arrow in the fight scene early on. Next up is Bob, and again, this is another one of my favorite figures. So it's the Paul Atreides outfit from the Dune set turned around with his legs. Then it's the head from Timothée Chalamet, or the Paul Atreides. And then it is the hair from Gambit from the X-Mansion that I think looks really good with the face. So now we'll move into the next minifigure. So I have 3 different variants of Bucky throughout this video. First, we see him as Congressman Barnes here, where he's in a suit. And I just used a regular black suit with generic black legs and the face from the Bucky CMF with this hair from Hunter from Bad Batch, which I think looks really accurate to the Winter Soldier or Bucky's hair versus the shortcut one. And I didn't use his metal arm in this because it is under his suit, but I did put a black hand to show that it is not a real hand versus like on this one. Now we'll move into the next variant of Bucky that we see. So the next version of Bucky we see in the movie, he's got this like bike rider kind of looking jacket on, which is what I used. I believe it's from a Lego City set from a while ago. Now I have added the metal arm from the CMF, used the same head and hair that I used for the other Bucky, and this is also the legs from the Bucky Barnes CMF. I also gave him this gun that he uses to flip their car over and take down the people trying to chase the Thunderbolts. And now there's one more version of Bucky that I will show you now. So this is the last version of Bucky. This is like the battle version. So this is when he took the jacket off. He had his metal arm being shown fully now with just generic black legs, and I believe it's a police officer torso just turned around because it was just a blank black shirt. The one side just had a bare arm with a glove on, and again, it's the same head and hair from the CMF. I just turned this one around, and I think this looks really good. Next up, we have Congressman Gary. I know he was towards the beginning of the movie, but I just showed Bucky as his lawyer form, so I figured I'd show him in here. I had this really accurate head and suit for this character, so I wanted to throw him in here, and I thought he had a pretty cool role in the movie, so I just wanted to add this minifigure to the collection. Now getting to Sentry, who I absolutely loved in this movie, and I think they did a really, really good job with the suit, and it was very comic accurate. So again, same head that we used for Bob with the Timothée Chalamet from Dune. Same hair we used for Yelena from one of the Lego City sets. The Wolverine torso, I know it has the X for X-Men, but he had some type of a brownish belt, so I wanted to add that there. Yellow arms from a Lego City minifigure, and just any blank yellow legs with tan hands. And I used the cape from Agatha from the CMF minifigure because the cape was kind of like bluish, purplish kind of, so I didn't have a blue one, so I thought this is the best. I think this figure turned out really well. Lastly, we have the Void, who Sentry turns into. I used this black hair. I'm not sure who it's from, but it's the same style hair and the Anakin minifigure except black. Blank black head, any black cape. And I used the torso from the lady from Captain America Brave New World set. I just turned it around because I wanted to get some detail on here just to show that it was still like Sentry's suit, just darkened. And blank black arms and hands, and just blank black legs because the whole like Void was black and just taking over the whole city. I think this came out really nice. Thank you guys so much for watching my Thunderbolts showcase video. I really enjoyed this movie and I had a fun time making these figures. I think I did a pretty good job with some of them. I know I could have done a little bit better on the others. Please like and subscribe for more like this, and comment down below if I should do more videos like this. Thank you guys for watching.